Good, MP.
MP, you got that look in your eye tonight. You better watch out.
Because I already got 20 points in one game.
Throw them buffs on, MP. We're in the deep.
Tomorrow is just go up there and make sure and see how they do, but I'm leaving at 11 just to come back here and do this because no. Oh no, and she did, and you could tell because my enthusiasm just went.
At 6'6" number 2,
I know he's happy she's there, but it's not like
hi everyone, time to get into it. NBA action on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony as well as Brent Barry. And we'll be catching up a bit from the sideline with David Aldridge. Now let's take a look at the Bulls opening lineup. Buzel is out there with Smith. Then it's White. Then it's Dosunmu. And it's MP in at the 1. And for the Pistons, the backcourt pair will be Cunningham and Ivy. Thompson and Harris are their forwards. And it's Stewart in at the center, filling out the middle. And we know the second night, Greg, of a back-to-back can be rough.
And the NBA has put in work trying to minimize these, but sometimes it's unavoidable. And if you have a long bench, this is when you lean into it.
Now, here's MP. White finds MP. Dosunmu with it. MP with a screen on Thompson. Clock at 4. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
And drawing first blood, you know coach likes that momentum out of the gate.
Well, for us, it'll be interesting. Can they keep that kind of pace up all game long?
Here's MP. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good.
A great sign for MP in his career, the ability to convert in traffic.
I haven't heard that in a minute.
Cunningham looking it over. Pass to Stewart. And a miss there on the triple. It's been a quick start here for Chicago. The question for them right now, can they maintain this winning streak? They've notched 11 in a row.
Well, it's been impressive, and the question now really is, who is going to figure out a way to stop this crew? Each time out, they're finding new ways to win. That is dangerous for your opponent. Really, a myriad of ways in which they're coming at you.
Now, here's Cunningham, averaging around 27.5 points a game, one of the best in the league. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Last game for the Bulls, they picked up the W against Houston. Brent, we talk about guys on the brink of stardom. Cade Cunningham is right there.
Yeah, the two areas you'd love to see Cade improve on is just taking better shots and making plays for others. He has that instinctually, Kevin, as a point guard at his size. But as his team grows, the appreciation for what Cade Cunningham can do on the floor, that will grow too.
The Bulls have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Pass to Buzelis. Here's White. Here he goes. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And I love White's confidence, as well as his ability to drive hard and finish through contact.
And again, Cunningham missing.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
Here's MP. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Cunningham kicks to Harris. Pass to Thompson. Hit the crossover. And Cunningham with the basket on the assist by Thompson.
Young players with these kind of moves are showing you that they're getting more patient on the inside, and Cade showed that time.
Here's Smith. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
And so it's Cunningham with it. He brings it up for Detroit. They trail by 9 points. Wasted no time on that one. Cunningham's got 7.
Not just the accuracy in the quarter, it's his movement and the energy that's getting him on this nice roll.
Outside, White. Smith sets the pick for White. And it's Chicago scoring again.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Here's Ivey. Still yet to score. To the paint. The kick out to Cunningham. Off target from outside. Recent times have certainly been tough in Detroit. Break 14 wins last season. A franchise record low.
And Kevin, if you look, Detroit's last 5 seasons, 23 wins is the most they've had. So their fan base hungry for a winner in the Motor City.
Now, here's Ivey. He isn't playing a big part of their offensive scheme, averaging around 15.5 points a game.
Oh, just slicing his way to the rim. Just look at this kid, Ivey, go.
Cunningham against MP. Pass to White. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
And 10 of their last 12.
Why are you setting me down?
Substitution on the court.
And so here is Chicago. And here is MP. Playing Houston, he was nearly unstoppable. Back to Smith. MP with a screen on Thompson. Drills the three-pointer. He has 5.
I think MP saw that little gap there and then was really clever to exploit it with an on-target pass.
So for Chicago right now, they've got Dosunmu. MP out there with White. Then there's Zach Collins. And it's Smith in at the power forward. Thompson misses.
I'm not sure how he finds himself in so much space there. He's kicking himself for whiffing a bit on that one.
Some nice ball movement by the Bulls. Count it. And it's 6 points for MP.
Despite his youth, MP showing grown man strength.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Here's Ivey. Rebound by Smith.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Here's White, and the Bulls tack on 2 more.
And unpredictability, really one of White's strongest traits, including when pulling up on a dime. Nice.
Here's Ivey. And that time, also a missed shot. Chicago has gotten out from three-point land in the second quarter, going 4 of 5 from downtown. MP, good.
Soft floater. You see how MP has really improved his craft.
And, well, Detroit shooting only 27% from the field, looking pretty ugly out there. And the foul called on MP. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line.
And not the guy you want to send to the line. He has been automatic. And what strikes me about Cade Cunningham is he's still growing. He's still capable of doing more on the floor. And he has the work ethic and attitude to make those improvements and become a real factor on the floor.
That's good from Cunningham.
You see the raw talent that Cade Cunningham has, and with hard work and the proper focus, this guy is capable of big, big things.
And the Pistons making a change here. Harris has checked in, and a change for the Bulls. Buzelis has checked in. Buzelis with the ball. Covered by Cunningham. Back to MP. Pass to Dosunmu. Clock at 6. There's the 3. Got it. And he's now 3 for 5 from the field.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Coaching staff probably most proud of the effort of this team on both ends of the floor here tonight.
MP outside. And through the first half, a pretty lopsided affair. Bulls out front, running away with it. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half.
56.
Welcome, everybody. It may be early on in the season, but not too early to take a full assessment of the Eastern Conference standings.
Well, right now for the Bulls, it's still early, and we don't want to get ahead of ourselves, but right now, they are easily the best team in the league.
And time to talk now about that first half. What a dominant display for the Chicago Bulls.
They've made it fun to watch. Some of the best players in the world doing what they do best, Ernie.
Yeah, when everything clicks, it can be the most beautiful game on earth. 5 guys with one mission. That'll do it for our show tonight. Thanks.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. You know, you have to like what we're seeing from Coby White.
Definitely been challenging the defense here early on, not settling for anything outside.
You want these kind of nights where you can start to see those openings before they happen.
Thompson and Harris are their forwards. The backcourt pair will be Cunningham and Ivey. And it's Stewart in at the 5 spot. That's the 5 on the floor for the Pistons. Greg, every year, injuries are a huge factor in shaping the title race. And I'm guessing that teams should probably put more of a premium on durability. What do you think?
Well, Kevin, I think all GMs take that into account. A team wants to be confident it'll have a stable roster over the course of a long season.
Here's Cunningham. 10 points for him. Takes a 3. Buries it from three-point range. Cunningham's got 13 points.
And Cade Cunningham's confidence from there is growing with every shot.
Pass to Buzelis. Here's MP. Covered by Cunningham. And there's Buzelis on the assist by MP. MP's got 4 assists now tonight. Little over a minute gone here in the second half. Drills it from outside. Ivey's got his second basket.
The answer, Jaden Ivey, right back at you.
In the corner, it's Buzelis. Back to MP. Smith left side. MP outside. Smith sets the pick for White. Smith finds MP. And stolen by Ivey. And it's Chicago with the rebound.
We want that back.
Outside, White. Another 3 for Chicago.
And right now, White red hot. Just everything he puts up seems to go in.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Kevin, thank you. Tobias Harris, over the course of his career, has played a lot at both forward positions. He says, I'm comfortable playing both of them. I'm not big on the position thing. I'm versatile. Kevin, he's just a basketball player and a very, very good one.
I would agree, David. I know you like him. We like him as well. A very skilled one at that. Thank you very much. Now, here's MP. 10 points for him.
Yeah, just the first miss of the half there. They have to be happy. 3 of 4 to start it off.
Here's Thompson, and oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
Clever move by the young guy. Thompson sticks with the shot and gets fouled.
This is his called by Detroit. And it seems each season more things can be subject to video review. you a fan of that, Greg?
You know, I'm a fan of keeping the game moving. I'm not sure I'd get rid of review, but I sure would like the league to find a way to speed them up.
So for Chicago right now, they've got Jones. Williams is out there with Josh Giddey. Then it's MP, and it's Collins in at the 5 down low. And so MP will bring it up for the Bulls. We've seen the NBA feature several overseas games, Greg, the last couple of years. Always growing the sport, aren't they?
And I know the fans love it. And nothing quite like seeing an NBA game in person and expanding that opportunity. Always a plus. A quiet but confident player. MP is one of those guys that lets his play do the talking most of the time.
No good on the second free throw. Detroit's gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. Pass to Cunningham. Chicago grabs the miss. Giddey's got rebound number 11 for him here tonight. Here's MP. And that comes off the assist by Giddey. Giddey's got assist number 5 here tonight. Pistons shooting just 28%. They are offensively out of whack and out of step with each other at this point. Here's Cunningham. Count it, number 5 from the floor this game. He's now 5 of 11.
And how about Cade just pushing through that time to finish it off?
And it's Giddey in the corner. Back to MP. Kicks it out to Jones. Back to MP. Just 5 on the clock. Baseline J on the way. Another one falls for Chicago.
The handle of Giddey is something to behold.
Pass to Ivey. From outside, off the mark.
Not a way to get out of a funk. He needs to be looking for good, solid, more efficient shots. Not the wild one he took there.
A nice shot by MP.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
Yeah, feels like Christmas right now, just gift wrapping points.
Now, here's Ivey. Over MP. The shot by Ivey, no good.
Just not sure if he ran out of energy at halftime or what, but so far just not himself in the second half.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Bulls.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And so this will now translate to 14 wins on the season.
They can chalk this one up, but these two teams will see plenty more of one another before the season's over.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Josh Giddey.
And the way he rebounded, he surely was a spark for the team as he was securing everything that came off the iron.
Jones, the pass to MP. The kick out to Williams. Jones dishes to MP. Inside, here's Collins, and he gets it to go.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
Loved it. The guys are staying aggressive late in this ball game, just not wanting to let go of the rope.
Pass to Harris. Puts up a 3. And no good that time. And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now.
When you tampered the stuff that did it. Yeah,
they really thought they had a chance tonight.
No, you win so many games, I'm running out of things to say. These cheese heads are something
should have
else.
saved it.
Let's quiet them down.
In the house. All right, baby. Let's get down.
Yeah, I mean, that's a higher moment, and you have to trying to go get a wand.
The Bucks are always hyped to play in front of their home crowd, and tonight's no different. Some confident players coming through the tunnel earlier. Thanks for joining us midweek here. Tonight, we bring you the NBA on 2K Sports. Brian Anderson here, with me, Grant Hill and Richard Jefferson. Joining us courtside is Allie LaForce. Now that we're into November, let's see how the Eastern Conference standings are shaking out. You look at the Bulls, and they've got the top spot in the conference, a testament to their hard work all year long. And, of course, there's the Bucks, now 7.5 games back.
Seeing where the Bucks are, they've had that kind of mixed start that we've come to expect. Nothing that would indicate they're in for any kind of special season.
They do look like they're the same kind of team they were last year. Good, but not special.
And the starting group for Chicago. They've got MP, Smith out there with Buzelis. Then it's Kobe White, and it's Dosunmu in at the 3 slot. And for Milwaukee, inside we have Giannis and Lopez. Jackson out there with Damian Lillard, and it's Kuzma in at the 3. You know, Grant, for players that move to a new team in the offseason, have they had enough time to get adjusted?
Well, you know, BA, it depends. Some guys blend right into a new squad, but for others, it takes a lot of repetition to get a feel for your teammates.
Now here's MP, out to the wing. Pass to Buzelis, fires for 3. Good, and the assist goes to MP.
And with a smooth shot like that, I expect Buzelis to hit a ton of three-pointers during his career.
And here's Lillard. And the dunk by Lillard.
What a finish. I mean, he just took over himself.
What a show of power right there from the point guard. Man, sweet.
A point guard getting up like that? Boy, that is special.
And so here is Chicago, following the score by Milwaukee. MP, the pass to Dosunmu. Just 5 to shoot. The Bulls need to get off a shot. White for 3. He buries it from 3.
Buzelis has tremendous court vision for his age and is willing to make the extra pass.
And Lillard puts up a deep 3. And right away, they match it with a 3-pointer of their own. Lillard's got 5 points.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
Now here's Antetokounmpo. In the game against Houston, very impressive. Lopez can't hit. The Bulls have gone 3 of 3 so far from the floor. How about the grit of Ayo Dosunmu? You see it in his hustle play, but also his work ethic, RJ.
Yes, he continues to improve, BA. The coach is training him to be shot ready. That's down and low. He's upping his volume and efficiency from long range.
Pass to MP. White on the wing. Shoots over Lopez. And there's White. That's good on the assist by MP. MP's got 3 assists now in this one. The Bucks have gone just 2 for 4 from the floor. Lillard passes to Lopez. To the middle. Here's Kuzma. Can't get it to go. Missed his first one. Bulls leading by 5. MP outside. Pass to White. Back to MP. Now Smith. 3-pointer. Lillard pulls down the board. About 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. Now here's Lopez. Covered by MP. Lopez. And the layup is good off the glass.
And using that size to his advantage. I mean, I like it when Lopez establishes himself inside and looks to capitalize.
Smith right side. MP against Lillard. Smith with a screen on Kuzma. Dosunmu goes in. Here's Smith. Banked it in off the glass.
Need to do more than that to keep him from getting the ball in the post.
Agreed. He's just too dominant inside. So you're better off stopping him from getting the ball in the first place.
Now here's Lillard. Coming in off 21 points in his last outing. 1:11 left to play in the first quarter. That shot is off. Good D by MP. And so MP will bring it up for Chicago. The mood around the team right now on cloud 9, looking for their 13th win in a row.
Yeah, not very often you see a team that's got the juice flowing like these guys. They've got the right attitude, the right team-focused basketball to win against just about anyone. Going to be interesting to see who and how this stretch comes to an end.
An outstanding first quarter from the field.
For three, here's Lillard. And it's Dosunmu with the rebound.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
White, the pass to Smith. MP outside. Dosunmu outside. Good, and the assist goes to MP. MP's got 4 assists in the game.
Boy, I like their energy coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Couldn't come up with a much better start than this. They just have to keep it going.
Here's Antetokounmpo. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
First team foul.
He's getting his first free throw attempts of the night now.
Yeah, free throws were an issue for him in their last contest. He just couldn't find the mark.
Taking 2 shots.
And the first one at the line.
Substitution on the court.
Here in quarter 2, we played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Smith passes to MP. Back to Smith. Outside White. Knocks it down from distance. White's got 4 points this quarter.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
This is when good players really get after it. He can sense that they're reeling, and he's going to put his foot on the pedal.
Inside, we have Giannis and Lopez. Damian Lillard out there with Jackson. And it's Kuzma in at the 3. That's the 5 on the floor for the Bucks. Now here's MP. Count it. MP's gotten his first bucket of the night.
What a finish by MP. He just finds a way to convert through contact.
Jackson on the wing. Back to Antetokounmpo. Kuzma outside. And here's Lillard from beyond the arc. Smith with the rebound. Smith's got 4 rebounds in the game. Well, Grant, from roster to coaching changes, the Bucks have been trying to become an even more elite team.
Yeah, teams are always tinkering now these days, BA. The Bucks know they are a high-level team, but they want to dominate the competition on another level. Well, part of the game plan was to neutralize the crowd. Hey, guess what? Mission accomplished.
Oh, yeah, they're doing a terrific job not giving this hostile crowd anything to cheer about.
Now here's Antetokounmpo. A real weapon on offense, averaging around 24.5 a game.
Smart shot from Lopez. If he's got a decent look and can avoid putting the ball on the deck, he's got to pull the trigger.
Here's Smith. Dosunmu on the wing. Back to MP. Dosunmu, right side. Pass to MP. Shot clock at 6. Dosunmu, right side. Ooh, he's looking comfortable now. 3 for 3.
The assist numbers certainly stand out. They've really emphasized ball movement here today.
Here's Antetokounmpo on the money from 12 feet away. Antetokounmpo's got his second bucket of the night.
Yeah, one of the most efficient inside scorers. Giannis just can't be stopped.
MP, the pass to Dosunmu. MP, a screen on Kuzma. Dosunmu can't hit.
Normally he gets that.
And so it's the Chicago Bulls up 25 big ones as we head into the next period. And their defense has stood out, wreaking havoc for the opposition. We'll be back in a moment.
Thanks for stopping by, everybody. The story tonight, everything, and I mean everything, is working well for the Chicago Bulls.
Whoa, I love seeing a team spread the ball around like this. The difference in assists is the difference in this game right now, Ernie.
This is one of those just keep doing what you're doing. If they can, I expect this lead to grow. And since we have a chance, let's see our award winner. Glad you could join us, Ryan.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Boy, you got to like what we're seeing from Coby White.
You just love his patience offensively in the first half. Waited until he got the looks he wanted.
You love guys who can get their shots within the flow of the offense.
Second half underway. Here's who Billy Donovan's got on the floor. Buzelis out there with Ayo Dosunmu. Then it's Coby White. Then it's MP. And it's Smith in at the 5. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Giannis Antetokounmpo wants to take on the tough assignments defensively. He said, quote, "I believe I'm one of the best two-way players to ever play this game, and I want to have that challenge, knowing that you gave everything to the game and you gave everything to stop the other team's best player."
He certainly wants to dominate in every way, Allie. Thank you. And Grant, we know the importance of the veteran leaders on a team, but not every vet wants to accept a mentorship role.
Very true, B.A. In your later years, that role becomes a blend of playing and kind of coaching. Not everyone is cut out for that.
Pass to Buzelis. MP scanning the floor. Takes it inside. Dosunmu with it. Over Kuzma. Nice shot from 10 feet out. Dosunmu's got 10 points in the game.
Sometimes it's simple. Put the ball in the hands of your scorers and let them do what they do best.
Back to Kuzma. Pass to Antetokounmpo. And the 3 off target.
Scoreless in their first 5 attempts since halftime. It's getting ugly.
And it's Buzelis that time on the assist by MP. He's got 9.
A nice start to the second half. They've made 3 out of their first 4 shots coming out of the break.
Lillard passes to Antetokounmpo. Kuzma for 3. Chicago with a rebound.
And they're up considerably because of their efforts on the glass.
Lopez with the steal. Kuzma with the ball. Dosunmu picks him up. And a bit of a battle for the ball. And the officials signal a jump ball here. And it's time to take another look at that powerful block.
Yeah, what a play. I mean, that'll have the offense thinking twice about taking shots in his presence.
Second half of play here with just under 2.5 minutes passed. Kuzma for 3. And another miss by Milwaukee. And here's MP. He'll bring it up for Chicago. They haven't given up any points here in the second half. MP, a screen on Jackson. Three-pointer, Buzelis. Pure from three-point range.
Their ball movement on this run has been tremendous. It's led to a lot of good, clean, open looks.
And now we're 3 minutes into this third quarter of play. And here's Lillard from beyond the arc. Good. And Antetokounmpo gets the assist. Antetokounmpo's got 3 assists in the game. Well, Grant, there are few players in the league who can attack a defense from the logo, but Lillard is one of them.
Yeah, and he makes it look so easy. You have to pick him up at the half-court line, and it's been that way for about a decade.
Shot clock at 5. MP, a screen on Lillard. Plenty of daylight on that shot. Dosunmu's got 5 points in the quarter.
This defense just can't stay connected to shooters.
Inside, here's Lillard. And the dunk by Lillard.
What an athletic play from Lillard. More than capable of just jamming it down.
Lillard against MP. Up and in on the layup. MP's got his second basket of the night.
Credit them for making the right halftime adjustments.
Oh, yeah, I can't agree more. They haven't missed.
Antetokounmpo with it. Dosunmu picks him up. They get it again. Out to Lillard. Lopez, the screen on MP. Misses the 3.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
The rebound by Jackson. The Bucks shooting a low 31%. Their offense is lacking. Jackson, the screen. Down low. And the dunk by Jackson.
Yeah, a gifted passer. Antetokounmpo has won multiple MVPs for his all-around game.
Here's MP driving to the basket, and it goes. As the official calls the foul, count it, and he'll shoot one more at the line. And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
Shooting for Chicago, MP. At the line for 1.
Free throw good, MP.
You know, so far, I'm pretty impressed with MP's attitude. He doesn't seem like a young hothead. He knows he's got a lot of work to do on his game.
Pass to Porter. Back to Lillard. From outside the arc. He drops it from range. Lillard's got 13. And so it's Chicago with a gigantic 33-point lead at the close of the quarter. It hasn't taken them too many shots to get their points. They're winning with efficiency. Back to the game. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'll tell you what, this was a no-brainer tonight. Take a look at the precision on this feed. Couldn't place it any better.
You've got to admire the vision just as much as the accuracy. Not many players can even spot that pass.
And there have been two very different... Milwaukee going with almost an entirely new group here. Brook Lopez is checked in for Smith. Kuzma comes in for Green. Jackson, he's checked in for Trent. And Damian Lillard subbed in for Porter Jr. And the Bulls also making a change. MP's checked in. Inside we have Giannis and Lopez. Jackson out there with Damian Lillard. And it's Kuzma in at the 3. That's the 5 on the floor for the Bucks. Well, Grant, in terms of scheduling, you see any way to eliminate back-to-backs?
You know, I'm not a big fan of eliminating back-to-backs, but to answer your question, B.A., you have two choices. Either fewer regular season games or extend the season by a few weeks. I don't think either one of those options is in our future.
Collins finds MP. Outside Jones. Cash. It's MP picking up the assist. Jones has got 8 points in the quarter.
Yeah, good work by MP, noticing when someone else has a superior opportunity to score.
Jackson against MP. Pass to Lillard. Fires from the corner. Yep, count it. Lillard's got 10 points in just the second half.
And his fantastic performance from the last game has carried over to tonight.
He's just riding the wave of momentum right now, getting to his spots and keeping things simple on the offensive side.
And the defense has no one to blame but themselves. I mean, they just let him get right to the rim.
That's a great possession. Put your best players in a position to succeed.
Pass to Lillard. Lopez, the screen on Jones. Lillard, the open look. And the Bucks getting another bucket right there.
Yeah, Lillard is relentless on offense tonight, getting bucket after bucket for his team.
Williams passes to MP. Floats one, and it's good on the layup.
And you can see how scary this team can be when everything is clicking for them. Just a terrific performance for the Bulls.
And the disparity in the talent was obvious by the end. Sometimes you just don't have enough ammunition to compete.
Yeah, B.A., just a total beatdown. And the next time these teams meet, I can't imagine it'll be any different.
And so this will lock down their 15th win of the year.
And they've had their fingerprints all over this series, winning 2 straight and looking like they have this team's number.
And one of the great parts of the NBA, you never know who's going to have a big game. It was a great night for MP.
He ran things with precision, great command of the offense, putting his teammates in all the right spots.
To the inside, outside Jones. Lillard against MP. Outside, Williams. Good, and the assist goes to MP.
Yeah, they blocked out the noise, blocked out the distractions, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
All road wins. They're just so sweet. They're just so sweet. You know why? Because they are so hard to come by.
MP inside. Jackson on him. MP, the pass to Williams. Here's MP. Fires it from 18. Yep, it's good.
Oh, what a crafty move, causing the defender to pause right there.
So no problem for Chicago as they get the win. To walk into enemy territory and deliver a performance like that, that says a lot about this squad.
They really came in looking confident and didn't let anything shake them. This is what a dominant team looks like.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Richard Jefferson.
Won by over 40.
MP, you are the straw that stirs the drink. Great win tonight, MP. It's game time, MP. You ready to put that work in?
Ain't ready, MP.
The other team's already worried about stopping you, MP.
Congrats to MP. Here comes trouble.
And a glimpse inside the locker room. Players' final few moments to prepare for the game. Hi, everyone. Welcome to our broadcast with a twist on tonight's game. It'll count towards the NBA Cup. I'm Kevin Harlan, along with Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony. On the sidelines, it's David Aldridge. Now let's take a moment to check out our race for Rookie of the Year. Here are some of the top young talents in the game who will be recognized as the best of the best. You take a look at Reza Shea, not in the top 5 currently, but he's...
Now that's a badass court.
Amidst some terrific talent nonetheless, and there's still plenty of time for him.
And we've really got a tremendous group of rookies this year. It's going to be exciting to see them vying for the coveted award.
Well, they're already making their presence felt and really showing they belong. That's what it's all about as they begin their hopefully long and productive NBA careers.
A look at Atlanta's opening lineup. The front court is Reza Shea and Johnson. Trae Young is out there with Daniel.
Oh, broke his ankle.
And it's Okongwu in at the 5, down low. In this early bit of the season, Greg, how important are team goals?
Well, Kevin, you have to be working towards something, whether it's a specific rank or a record. Early goals help you define your team for the season ahead.
MP against Johnson. Here's Buzelis, and they come right back with their own three-pointer.
A big answer from Buzelis. He wants his team to know they can count on him from the perimeter.
With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, I got a few minutes with Billy Donovan. Now, I asked him about trying to slow down Trae Young, and the coach said you have to get the ball out of his hands. He can hurt you with the pass and with his shot. I'm not going to be surprised if you see them blitzing and doubling him a good portion of the game. Back to you.
Okay, David, much appreciated.
And twice.
Hawks have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Daniels dishes to Young. Chicago grabs the miss. We've been following their streak game after game, and right now it's up to 13 in a row.
Well, you look at the discipline, the way these guys play under control. They never get out of balance when they find themselves in a hole. They just continue to fight, play their game, and enforce their own pace.
Young with no one around. And once again off the mark by Atlanta.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
So, Stan, let me take you back to the 95-96 NBA season. It was your first year as an NBA assistant. And, of course, the Bulls winning 72 games in that season. Unbelievable.
They were incredible, but one of my great memories in that season, the day of the trade deadline, we sent out 5 guys, brought in 5 new guys. We had to play the Bulls that night. Only one of those players made it in. We had only 8 guys available, some guys who had hardly played for us. Rex Chapman had an unbelievable game, and we beat Michael Jordan's Bulls on that night.
Oh, what a great story. And we'll have a timeout called by Quinn Snyder. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. Jalen Smith, he's checked in for Chicago. Larry Nance is checked in for Atlanta. Okongwu kicks to Nance. Johnson outside. Pass to Daniels. Now, here's Okongwu. He's covered closely. Chicago leading by 8. MP passes to Smith. Some nice ball movement by the Bulls. MP sets the screen for White. Sinks the triple. White's got 7.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
And here's Young from the arc. Collins grabs the miss.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
Got that one up quick. Dosunmu's got his second bucket.
And you know what? They've been on a nice run here, had the ability to widen the gap. Now they are rolling.
Yeah, but we know momentum can flip the other direction very quickly. You can't get complacent now.
When you watch Young, there's a courage to his game.
MP up top, defended by Young. Young against MP. Takes it inside, and that one drops. MP's got his second basket of the night.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
A nice shot by Young.
Well, this offense has some serious firepower when Young's making moves off the dribble.
There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. White dishes to MP. Bounce pass, Smith. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Collins with it, and Young picks him up defensively. Good on the triple.
And what a way to start this game, dominating at both ends of the floor.
Obviously, guys, brilliant coaching, a perfect game plan.
And so it's the Chicago Bulls riding a 15-point lead at the end of the quarter. What a night they've had in terms of their shooting. Everything dropping in for them. Right. Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Zach Collins checked in for Jalen Smith. Dosunmu comes in for Buzelis. Whitey's checked in for Kevin Huerter. And MP subbed in for Trey Jones. Pass to Giddey. Down low. Kicks it out to MP. Driving inside. White against Johnson. Takes a shot at the elbow. Jump shot is good that time. White's got 9 points.
Yeah, it seems like White's got that in-between range figured out.
You know, Stan, it is great to see Kobe White put it all together.
It sure is, Kevin. This guy hung in there with a great attitude, even when he wasn't playing as much as he wanted to. He's still growing as a player, knocking down shots. His confidence is sky high. His approach will take him a long way.
I got to believe as a coach, that is incredibly satisfying to have that kind of play.
Yeah, it really is. When you have a guy like that, he just keeps getting going.
MP out there with White. Then there's Zach Collins. Then it's Dosunmu. And it's Giddey in at the 3. That's the 5 out there for the Bulls. Pass to Giddey. Now here's MP. 6 on the shot clock. He had a nice open look right there. 8 points for him.
Nice possession. MP giving him a great look there.
Atlanta's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Here is Daniels. 54 seconds left to play in the first half. Here's Young. The second chance effort, and it's good on the layup.
Yeah, field goal percentage above 50 now. Their offense is starting to show.
MP outside. Giddey finds MP. To the inside. Here's Collins. The layup off target.
Not really what we expected. You know he wants that one back.
Here's Daniels. And it's White with the rebound. And so White will bring it up for the Chicago Bulls. MP passes to Dosunmu. MP outside. Collins a screen on Okongwu. Dosunmu shot's good.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Yeah, for sure. He is just oozing confidence. He thinks every shot is going in. They should just keep running sets for him.
And so it's the Chicago Bulls holding a very comfortable 25-point lead as the quarter comes to a close. The three-point shooting has come fast and furious to the tune of what has become a big-time blowout in progress. We'll return shortly.
And hello, everybody. What an amazing first.
I'm giving credit to their front office. They've methodically added talent to their second and third units. And you see the results there, Shaq.
Yeah, they've got scorers coming off that bench. And that's what you need. In a long season, different guys have to step up.
And moving on, guys, it's early in the season, but always a good time to check out the power rankings.
Well, right now for the Bulls, they're sitting on the top of their division. Can't ask for more than that as a fan, and it feels like they're getting better as the season goes on.
The way they've been playing, I expect.
And that is it for halftime, folks. It is back to Kevin Harlan and the crew for the second half.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Greg, what a great time to be a fan of basketball. Not just in the NBA, but all over the world.
Absolutely, Kevin. The sport just continues to grow, and there's increased value being placed on all-around skill, even in youth basketball. And I think that bodes well for the future of the game.
On the court for Atlanta. In the post, it'll be Johnson and Okongwu. Daniels out there with Young. And it's Reza Shea in at the 3, the small forward.
Well, the defense just dared him to take that one. Poor execution on their part, but they got lucky.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. I asked Quinn Snyder what he enjoys most about coaching, and the Hawks coach said the opportunity to compete in such an intense way. Also, the tactics of the game and the intellectual part of player development. It's rewarding to see and have a part in someone's growth and improvement. Kevin?
David, that's coaching, right? Growth and development. A mind for the game for sure. I've always respected Coach Snyder.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Atlanta's shooting 43% for the game. Pass to Okongwu. Here's Daniels. Boom, he jams it straight down.
Well, Daniels is a tall guard. He can get up with the best of them.
MP passes to Dosunmu. Back to MP. Outside, White. Collins, a screen on Young. The 3. And it's White missing. The Hawks have gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. Greg, since making it to the Eastern Conference Finals in 2021, the Atlanta Hawks haven't been that good.
And it was hard to tell if that was a Cinderella run at the time, but Kevin, looking like that might have been the outlier. The Hawks took some risks to get back there, but it just hasn't worked.
Assisted buckets. Every team wants them. They show you're running effective team offense.
A nice shot by Young.
Yeah, Young does a great job of this. Using the dribble to put you on your heels, and then he pulls up and shoots the ball.
And we're now around the midway point through the group stage games. So let's check out the NBA Cup standings.
Well, as you know, teams are randomly drawn to their groups based off their record from the previous season. And as you can tell, some of these groups are easier to navigate than others. And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
And a deep 3 from Young. Gonzalez grabs the board. The Bulls have gotten 4 of their first 5 second-half shots to fall. 80% since the break. MP finds Collins. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th.
And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Bulls.
Well, they've been hitting threes at a high clip, and the defense hasn't done enough to challenge them at the line. They need to close out and run them off the 3.
And they've also played exceptionally well in the paint tonight, taking advantage of their opportunity to work inside.
Jalen Smith is out there with Kevin Huerter. Then it's Jones. Then it's Josh Giddey. And it's MP in at the 2-guard spot. That's the 5 out there for the Bulls. Chicago calls timeout. Patrick Williams, he's checked in for the Bulls. Horton Tucker comes in for Kevin Huerter. The Bulls have gone 7 of 13 from the field here in the 4th. MP kicks to Jones. Back to MP. Stolen. And now here comes Daniels. Leading the break. Here's Okongwu. Rebound by the Bulls. 1:33 left in the fourth quarter. And this past offseason, Stan, was pivotal for the Atlanta Hawks.
Yeah, they've been at a crossroads, Kevin, every offseason since their Eastern Conference Finals run in 2021. But after missing out on the playoffs last season, changes seemed inevitable.
A quiet but confident player. MP is one of those guys that lets his play do the talking most of the time.
Chicago making a switch here. Herter's checked in. Hey, Coach, one area the Bulls can struggle with, defending the outside shot.
Yeah, Kevin, they've been very poor the last few seasons on that front. Not closing out, missing assignments. It's strange because they were once elite in that regard under Donovan.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Bulls.
This was a very efficient offense tonight.
And they found a way to get their shots to go down. A little luck didn't hurt. A lot of their 50-50 shots fell their way.
And for the year now, they'll be tallying their 16th win.
And continued dominance against this team, winning both of their matchups this season.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Josh Giddey.
Well, that work he's shown on the glass has been spectacular. You love to see that as a coach.
MP outside. Pass to Giddey. Now Herter. Good ball movement here by the Bulls. Giddey the pass to MP. 6 to shoot. Driving the lane. Takes it off the glass.
Taking no chances. They go on one last run to seal the deal.
Yeah, this run has poured a bucket of water on any ember of a potential comeback.
Here's Young. And Jones pulls it down. On the wing, MP. And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. And they're off to a great start in the NBA Cup, a 2-0 record in the group stage.
And in this format, you need a third win in the group stage. So with 2 games left, they're in great position.
And that'll do it, folks. So for Stan Van Gundy, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you for watching.
Great win tonight, MP. MP got the job done tonight, as usual. Get the popcorn ready. It's game time. Let's keep this winning streak going.
Welcome, sports fans. Thank you for joining us. It's the NBA. You know, on paper, this looks like a lopsided matchup, but anything can happen in the NBA, Grant.
That is the truth. I mean, that's why they play the games. One guy gets hot, the team gets cold. That's all it takes to swing the entire outcome of a game.
And checking out the opening lineup for Memphis. Manning the backcourt, we'll see Morant and Bane. Jackson out there with Edey, and it's Wells in at the 3. And it's Morant with the ball for the Memphis Grizzlies. Pass to Wells from deep. Rebound by the Bulls. And seeing this team right now is a problem. They've got 14 consecutive victories.
Yeah, not very often you see a team that's got the juice flowing like these guys. They've got the right attitude, the right team-focused basketball to win against just about anyone. Going to be interesting to see who and how this stretch comes to an end.
Here's Jackson. Chicago making their last shot. A good look from Bane. And off the glass. That one's good.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You gotta show some fire and keep defending.
And the bucket is good.
That is a play that is beyond his years. MP takes the contact and still gets it to fall.
And then Morant with the jam.
Oh, wow. Okay, Ja turning it loose. Someone throw that man some water.
Just an awesome display of athleticism on our AT&T 5G Slam Cam. For all the adversity Memphis faced last season, Richard, there were some silver linings.
BA, they had a lot of talented young players get more minutes than they might have otherwise due to the injuries, and there is nothing more valuable than experience.
And so it's Memphis with it. Chicago making their last shot. They grabbed their own miss. Morant, no good.
You often expect him to convert these types of shots, but the D must have made their presence felt to prevent that one.
MP finds White. Here's Buzelis. Pass to Dosunmu. Back to MP. 6 to shoot. Collins passes to Dosunmu. No good on the triple. For Memphis, they've gone 2 for 5 here in the first. Here's Morant. And so far in this one, 2 for 4.
Oh, one thing about Ja, he's determined.
The Bulls have gone 3 of 5 here in the opening quarter. MP, the pass to Dosunmu. And the Bulls tack on 2 more.
And we talk about the importance of versatility. He's really got it all on the offensive end.
Pass to Edey. Up top, Jackson. 17 points in his last outing. Here's Bane. And it's Dosunmu with the rebound.
Defense kind of rolled the dice there, and I'm a little surprised that it ended up going their way with the miss.
Count it. MP's got 8.
Yeah, MP capitalizing on being so close to the hoop.
And so it's Morant who brings up the ball for the Grizzlies. 4-point game. Last time they met was in Memphis.
They were blown out by this squad last time. Could not stop the bench from scoring. That was the difference.
Now here's MP. 17 points for him last game against Atlanta.
And at 6'10", Buzelis is becoming a very difficult cover for defenses, especially when he's aggressive and trying to score.
Chicago shooting their first free throws tonight. And he makes the first. Some changes for Chicago. They've got Ayo Dosunmu, Josh Giddey out there with MP. Then there's Zach Collins, and it's White in at the small forward position. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. And it's Morant missing.
If he gets that look again, he should take it. You can't let one miss scare you off of a very good shot.
You know, from the 2020 bubble till late 2021, Zach Collins didn't play a single game. He missed over a year, Richard.
Yeah, underwent ankle surgery, missing a ton of games. Despite that, Zach's come back stronger, really improving all aspects of his game. When Morant drives, he is just so difficult to stop. His agility, that's what makes beating the D look so easy.
Now here's Giddey. Against Atlanta, he was really on his game. And terrific work on the offensive glass as he picks up the deuce.
His accuracy is on another level this quarter. Really high-quality shooting.
Here's Morant. Morant flashes his vertical there.
It's just so much fun to watch Ja fly. The way this man can take off is so impressive.
Pass to Dosunmu. 1:02 left in the first half. And that one drops for him. The Grizzlies have gotten 6 of their 12 attempts to go since the end of the first. And here's Morant outside. Buckets. He's now 6 of 10 from the field.
And his ability to efficiently score, that's really helped him out in this one, putting them ahead on the scoreboard.
White, the pass to MP. Power move from MP.
Nice ball movement there. That's how you break down the defense.
The Grizzlies have gotten 7 of 13 attempts to go here in the second. And it's Morant missing. Chicago trailing here. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. And Collins with the slam.
Flashing some of his passing potential. MP with the dime.
Now Morant, coming off a 31-point game against Philadelphia. Ja slithers his way in. Oh, there's Morant with the slam.
Making sure of it with the two-hand slam, B.A.
Yeah, I don't blame him with the score this tight. You cannot take a chance here. Dosunmu on the wing. And the layup is good. Dosunmu's got 4 points in the quarter.
Credit their discipline. They've been working for high percentage shots.
It's all tied in Chicago. Stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
The Grizzlies, 45. Fans, please join us.
Welcome, everyone, to halftime. The Chicago Bulls find themselves in a good matchup here at the break.
It's a coach's dream to see the ball whip around the floor like this. They're playing some selfless basketball. It's been a thing of beauty.
Stacking the dimes and buying buckets. All right, guys, let's swing it over and see what the fans have been posting. All right, guys, Moto Man Trifecta wants to know, when I'm playing 2K as Shaq, why can't I hit free throws even when I green them? Shaq, care to respond? Nope.
All those social medias.
Thanks for tuning in.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Oh, a fantastic game from Ja Morant in this one.
Slicing up the defense, living in the lane. Terrific first half for him.
And when you rip through the D like he did in that first half, you gotta stay aggressive. Keep getting to the rim.
On the court right now for the Grizzlies. Manning the backcourt, we'll see Morant and Payne. Edey out there with Jaren Jackson. And it's Wells in at the small forward position. Now here's Jackson. Back to Morant. Oh, there's Morant with the slam.
And if you're wondering what makes Ja so special, it's his ability to take over games all by himself.
Here's MP. Gotta get done inside. MP.
You know, they're really being bullied right now defensively. 8 of the last 10 points have come from the inside.
Pass to Wells. Well, Grant, as you always say, in the playoffs, you need a player who can score in isolation.
That's true, B.A. And in a 7-game series, defenses disrupt your set offense. If your stars can go mano-a-mano and create something out of nothing, that's often the best you can get.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Brian, Ja Morant is excited to be back on the court, and he's looking to lead this Grizzlies team back to the postseason. He said of the adversity, quote, "It made me better. I'm just grateful and thankful for the position I'm in." Brian, it's great to have him back in action.
Yeah, everyone loves a comeback story, Allie. Thanks.
B.A., I'm not sure he should be flaunting around the rim like that with this game so close.
Oh, it's risky, but it sure did look good. And that was our AT&T 5G Slam Cam, bringing you the sauce. Here's MP. And the shot is good. Dropping it off the front of the rim. MP's got 4 points in the quarter.
Their execution after halftime has been excellent, making their first 4.
And here's Morant outside. Buzelis grabs the board.
This has been a close game in a lot of ways, but they do have an edge on the boards.
White, good.
He drops yet another dime, just facilitating this offense like a maestro.
Grizzlies trail by 7. Outside Bane. Back to Morant. Look at Morant working the paint. Nice.
And this is what Ja Morant does best. When he finds his rhythm on offense, he is almost impossible to guard.
And these rookies are on a roll. The best shooters from the field over the last 10 games. MP, number 1. Just under 2.5 minutes into this third quarter now. The electric Ja Morant. High-flying, fast, fearless. Where's that mentality come from, RJ?
There is just a fearlessness like you mentioned. Most players, you just have that mindset. You don't care. You're going to attack the rim. Doesn't matter if you could potentially get hurt. You are going to take off. That mindset is a level of aggressiveness that only Ja Morant possesses.
Grizzlies trail by 8. From deep, Morant. And it's MP with a rebound.
Slow going for him this quarter. The defense putting up a good fight.
Pass to Buzelis. MP with it. Guarded by Morant. White on the wing. And there's another one for the Bulls.
And I'll tell you what, for his size, just about 7 feet, Buzelis is a pretty good passer.
Jackson outside. 1:31 left to play in the third quarter. Here's Morant. Rebound by the Bulls. MP's got 4 rebounds in the game. Dosunmu, the pass to MP. Here's Buzelis, defended by Jackson. Pass to MP. Here's Collins, tipped, and he gets it back. White for 3. Another 3 for Chicago.
You have to credit their effort. I mean, they've done an amazing job on the glass.
1 minute left in the third quarter here. And the foul called on MP. That's his first foul of the game. For Chicago, Josh Giddey's checked in for White. Here's White. Buzelis out there with Zach Collins. Then it's MP. Then it's Kobe White. And it's Dosunmu in at the 3. Small forward. That's the 5 out there for the Bulls. Now here's MP. Back to Dosunmu. Pass to MP. 5 on the clock. 3-pointer. Buzelis. Cash. It's MP picking up the assist. MP's got assist number 5 here tonight. We're about 2 minutes into the fourth here. Outside Bane. Outside Morant. And there's the drive. Morant drives inside.
He gets a lot of defensive attention, but Morant, he can expect this type of rough scene anytime he takes it inside.
Here's MP. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Absolutely ruthless. He's not about to start showing mercy now.
This is what you expect from him, just coming alive and dominating in effortless fashion here in the fourth.
What a finish. I mean, he just took over himself.
What a show of power right there from the point guard. Man, sweet.
A point guard getting up like that? Boy, that is special.
MP. Yes, it's good.
And the MP is in fuego right now. If I'm on his team, I'm going to keep feeding them and feeding them.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Here's Morant. And then Morant with the jam.
That'll be a move to remember. Wow.
Yeah, great creativity in the air. MP inside, hounded by Morant. White, the pass to MP. It's hauled in by Ja Morant. Morant's got 4 rebounds in the game. Pass to Wells. The 3 is up. Buzelis grabs the board. Bulls leading by 10. MP inside, hounded by Morant. Here's Collins. And he drops it in from the low post. And it's Morant with the ball for the Grizzlies. Drives to the hoop. Oh, he hammers that one down right in the face of MP.
This is what you pay to see. Morant doing what he does, exploding right to the rim off the drive. Wow.
Nothing left to do but to watch the clock tick towards 0. Nice victory here for the Bulls.
I was really impressed with their attitude today, Grant. Competitive game, they battled through every step of the way.
And BA, can you say big time effort and energy? I mean, just a tremendous performance. They were well deserving of this win.
And for the year, this will give them win number 17.
And even though this season series was only 2 games, a sweep is still a sweep.
And of all the highlights and performances we've seen here tonight, the one thing that stands out is what an unbelievable night it's been for MP.
And his playmaking is what stood out to me. Effortlessly creating for his teammates.
From deep, Morant. The three-pointer is down, Ja Morant.
If Morant knocks those down consistently, you got 0 chance on defense.
Morant against MP. Morant with a defensive effort. To the paint. Kicks it out to Jackson. Count it! Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
Won't shy away from the big moment. No hesitation from Jackson Jr. on that shot.
And that's an intentional foul. And he cannot get the first one to drop. Tough one to miss. And he can't make the second free throw either. He missed them both.
And MP is one of those guys you just love watching because he plays with such confidence, hunger, and a smile. And that's how you lead a team, literally.
And there's the intentional foul. No choice but to stop the clock here.
Yeah, just trying to keep this game alive. Not a bad foul right there.
So the first one drops, and that gives him a 4-point cushion.
MP, pressure moment.
And he cannot convert on the second. That misses. Timeout call, Memphis. They're behind by 4. Let's hear from our analyst. Give us your take on the strategy being discussed right now.
They're going to have to work fast coming out of the timeout.
Yeah, no time to waste. They basically have to execute things perfectly from here on out.
And here's Memphis. From deep, Morant. They get the rebound. Here's Edey. No good with a layup. MP outside. Hits a three-pointer. And the Bulls lead by 7. Timeout call, Memphis. 8 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter. All right, guys, what's your take?
Trying to extend this one, but it seems futile.
With timeouts, it's use them or lose them. So why not go down fighting?
An intentional foul right there.
And I'll tell you what, this game is in the books. Not quite sure why they're delaying the inevitable by fouling.
First free throw is good, and that stretches their lead to 8.
Taking 2 shots.
Second one is good, getting both at the line. And it's a 9-point game here.
Huge moment. He steps up and sinks the final daggers.
This one belongs to Chicago. Even early on in this game, they appeared happy to be playing at home.
And it makes a huge difference. Once they started to get into a groove, you never really felt like they wouldn't come out on top.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Allie LaForce, Grant Hill, and Richard Jefferson, this is Brian Anderson.
earned that one. Another day, another win. Good work. They call this place the phone booth. So dial up a duck. MP, you're about to go off.
How can the Wizards not be confident when they look as good as that? Here they were, headed to the locker room earlier on. Hi, everyone. We've got a good one for you tonight. It's Game 3 of the NBA Cup for both of these teams. Let's get started. Kevin Harlan here, joined by our analyst, Greg Anthony, and Hall of Famer Doris Burke. Plus, reporting from the sidelines, another Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. Here we are in November, and let's see how things are going out east in the early season. Take a look at the Bulls. A terrific position for them as they hold up that illustrious top spot, but it's a long season, as we all know. And checking out Washington, just way behind.
Seeing where Chicago is, they've gotten off to a terrific start this year. We knew they were capable of playing terrific basketball, and so far, they have not disappointed.
Yeah, and there really hasn't been any feeling out process for them at the start of the season. They were in peak form immediately.
Let's check out Chicago's starting lineup. They've got MP. Collins is out there with Buzelis. Then it's Kobe White, and it's Dosunmu in at the 3. And for the Wizards, Sarr out there with George. Then it's Chris Middleton. Then it's Marcus Smart. And it's Koulibaly in at the shooting guard. Dosunmu, the pass to MP. And both of these teams, Greg, have a couple games in the NBA Cup under their belts. They've gotten off to pretty good starts.
And I got to believe they both like the position they're in. And tonight will be huge in determining if they can make those knockout games. It's pretty much a must-win.
White, good.
And you have got to honor White on the perimeter. Once he gets comfortable from there, it's going to be bad news for the defense.
Middleton outside. Outside, George. Pass to Sarr. Here's Smart. Shot clock at 6. Here's Middleton. Not enough on that one as it misses.
Boy, a miss like that will drive any scorer crazy, especially with the defender giving a cushion.
MP passes to Collins. Basket counts.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
And I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
Here's George after the Bulls pick up 2. Beyond the arc. A rebound by Dosunmu.
Nothing going right on the offensive end. 0 for 4 from the field.
We know, Doris, at one point the Wizards had one of the most unique pairings in NBA history.
Think back to 1987, 1988, the year you're talking about, when the 5'3" Muggsy Bogues was a teammate of Manute Bol, who stood 7'7" tall. At the time, they were the tallest and shortest players in NBA history, with 28 inches between them. Incredible.
Now here's White. And they get some nice contributions from him on a nightly basis as he averages over 11 points a game.
Boy, not a bad beginning. 3 for 4 from the floor. Pretty good start.
And it's Brian Keefe calling timeout here. He wants to talk to his guys. And Washington making a change here. Champagne's checked in. And a change for the Bulls. Giddey's checked in. For first quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. And the foul called on MP. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Nice ball movement by Washington. To the middle. Here's Middleton.
And you can see they're struggling from the field.
They can't stop the run with that one. And Giddey gets it to go.
Yeah, Josh Giddey taking the in-between game because that's what the defense conceded.
Right now, I'd send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Well, guys, last season, a full 14 teams finished with between 46 and 51 wins, with plenty of teams in the picture. Adam Silver is thrilled with the level of competition. He says, I think what fans ultimately want is to see great competition across the league. Evan, it's certainly fun to watch.
It is, David. Bring it on, I say. The more, the better. Dosunmu's shot is off.
Well, the defense clearly was not interested in guarding him from downtown. They're very fortunate he missed.
Here's Middleton. Another miss by Middleton.
Boy, a tough go for him in this quarter. You can see how desperately he wants to get things started. He just can't make a shot.
Giddey the pass to Dosunmu. Now Collins. And here is MP. Clock at 6. Pass to Giddey. Over Koulibaly. And it's Chicago scoring again.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Already one of the best passers in the NBA. Josh Giddey. DB, what's next for him?
I think the only thing that has to improve is the consistency from range shooting. It's such an important aspect for a guard to play. But he's shown a willingness and a found confidence in that perimeter game. And let's remember, Kev, he's in his early 20s. There's so much time for development.
He gets that one.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
MP against Smart. 35 seconds left in the first. Fades and shoots. Collins grabs the miss. And here are the Bulls now. They're on a 13-5 run. Here's White. Good, and the assist goes to MP. MP's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Smart against MP. Sarr with it. Uses the glass to finish the layup. And so it's Chicago in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. Their defense has been active and effective. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast. Here's going with a whole new group out there now. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Collins checked in for Buzelis. Dosunmu comes in for Patrick Williams. Kobe White, he's checked in for Josh Giddey. And MP subbed in for Jones. Marcus Smart is out there with Koulibaly. Then it's Sadiq Bey. Then it's Sarr, and it's Middleton in at the 3, the small forward. That's the group on the floor right now for Washington. Here's Dosunmu. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
This guy can do so much for you on the offensive end, and that is why his number gets called time and time again.
MP against Smart. Pass to Bey. Shoots over Herter. Bey, no good.
You know, he made an easy shot so much harder, and it really cost him the bucket, guys.
Collins kicks to White. Down low. Left side, Collins. 6 on the shot clock. Collins, a screen on Smart. Trains the three-pointer. Now it's a 7-point Bulls lead.
And great job from beyond the arc this quarter. They are now shooting the 3 at almost 60% for the game.
56 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Herder against Bay. The Wizards with another miss. Chicago leading by 7. Pass to Dosunmu. Back to MP. Bay pulls it in.
Boy, the opportunity was there to convert. He just could not come up with it.
And Sarr throws it down.
It's almost too easy for the rookie. Sarr, he just pops up and finishes off that lob.
So the Bulls, the last game, a win against the Grizzlies. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. MP converting the top bucket.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
And no need to rush this. Let the clock run down.
Well, it's trying to close the quarter strong, and by that, take a great shot without giving them an opportunity for another one down the other end.
Smart wide open. He fires. Sinks the three-pointer. Smart's got 5. And he trains the 3, but let's see. They may need to review it. I'm not sure the ball was out of his hand in time. And we are...
The previous play is under review.
Knowing they are going to review the tape.
And even though, you're thinking maybe we don't need the replay in a situation like this, still plenty of time left in this game, and really it's about getting the call right.
The ruling on the floor is confirmed.
And they're keeping the call as is. It was close, but he had not released it before the clock had expired.
Yeah, still better safe than sorry. I think they did the right thing to take another look at it. And if it's so close that you can't tell by the naked eye, might as well go to the slow-mo.
And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Bulls lead by 4. And we'll be back right after halftime for the start of the 3rd quarter. We'll see you in a bit.
Welcome, every
total team effort. Instead of 5 starters, it's like they've got 7 or 8 guys getting it done. That's how good the result.
And now, unfortunately, we have to talk about injuries. This team not at full strength.
The Wizards' rotation's affected by injury. The creativity of Jordan Poole with the ball in his hands, it's hard to replace. Not many guys in this league can break down their defender pretty much every time they got the ball.
That'll do it for our show today.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. You have to like what we're seeing from Coby White.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
As a coach, you can preach good shot selection, but it's up to the players to execute, and this guy has done just that.
So for Chicago right now, they've got Collins. Dosunmu is out there with Buzelis. Then it's White, and it's MP in at the point. And Greg, you talk about toughness, the compete factor. How does a team create that culture?
Call it critical mass. When you have the entire organization and enough players committed to that kind of effort, everyone has to meet that level.
And he misses the second one as well, so he is 0 for 2 that time. Chicago leading by 7. Drives to the hoop. It's rebounded by Coulibaly.
Boy, that's one he wishes he could have back, especially against soft defense.
Middleton can't get it to go. Chicago is gone 5 of 8 from three-point land. 15 points and a deep ball for them tonight. And there's the bucket from Dosunmu.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Smart passes to Sarr, and Sarr throws it down hard.
Goodness, Sarr is a different type of athlete.
Awesome display of athleticism captured by your AT&T 5G Slam Cam. White dishes to MP. Some nice ball movement by the Bulls. Pass to White. MP sets the screen for White. Good, and it's MP picking up the assist. MP's got 6 assists now in the game. Smart deciding where to go with it. Nice move. Going inside. And slam dunk by Smart.
And this is where Marcus Smart has gotten so much better at reading the defense. He sees an open lane and he attacks it.
MP passes to Dosunmu. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Dosunmu's got 7 points here in this quarter.
This guy has been a catalyst for them all game long. What a job leading them to this lead.
Smart misses. The Bulls leading by 10. Pass to MP. Wants to get it to Collins and does. Count that one. Collins has got his second basket of the game.
Yeah, he's shown terrific control of the pace and the rhythm of this offense.
And I think they count on him for that. He is a tone setter, extremely unselfish.
Getting the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Kevin, thanks. A move that likely helped the league's parity has been shortening max contract leagues. Commissioner Silver says we used to refer to it as dead money, a star player toward those end years sitting on the bench. We've reduced max contracts to 5 years, in some cases 6. This way, it moves to more pay for performance. Kevin?
I think, DA, that's a pretty good business decision. It's going to have nice ramifications. Pass to Coulibaly. 1:44 left in the third quarter of the game. Now here's Middleton. Lets the three fly. Doesn't go for him.
I'll tell you, you hate to pin this on one person, but his inefficiencies at the offensive end are holding this group back.
MP gets the job done inside.
MP showing he's willing to engage the contact in the painted area. Overcome the challenges, young sir.
And we've got a timeout called by Brian Keefe. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guys. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new. Here's Sarr. He's guarded by Williams. It's hauled in by the Bulls.
What the hell?
That'll be the second of this two-game road trip. George is out there with Chris Middleton.
For a second,
then there's Smart.
Okay.
Then it's Sarr. And it's Coulibaly in at the two-guard. That's the group on the floor right now for Washington. Wizards have gone 5 of 8 shooting as we've come down the home stretch in this final quarter.
Well, he had 1 3-pointer in the first half, but so far in the second, he's come up with goose eggs.
On the wing, Williams. MP with it. Out guarded by Smart. That's good from Williams. The assist by MP. That's 7 points for Williams.
Nice pass by MP, showing how unselfish he can be.
Here's Smart. Middleton outside. Launches a three. Nailed from three-point land.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
Williams finds MP. Makes the bucket. Now he's got 5 field goals, 5 for 8 in the game.
And this is the thing about MP. He has the poise to take high percentage shots.
Pass to Sarr. Greg, every year we have the Best Teammate Award. What are some of those qualities that you admire in a great teammate?
You know, Kevin, you want guys who make you better and who make it fun to come to work every day. In the end, teammates are like family. So trust, commitment, and just enjoying being with one another, it matters.
Jones the pass the ball. 6 to shoot. MP dishes to Jones. Giddey. No good from outside. And so it's Smart. He'll bring up the ball for the Washington Wizards.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Bulls.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And in terms of the season record, this is going to be their 18th win overall.
And they'll take the win tonight, setting the tone in the first matchup of this 4-game season series.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Josh Giddey.
Just an outpouring of points from him. Nobody could do much to keep him from dropping it in.
Pass to Coulibaly. There's the screen. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. To the paint. Ball, the pass to MP. Giddey kicks to MP. Jones dishes to MP. Driving to the basket. 2 points. That one goes.
Finishing strong. This is how you want to close things out.
No question. They've gotten hot at exactly the right time. Clutch play on a team level.
And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. And with that, they remain undefeated in group play.
And with just one group matchup left, it looks like we'll be seeing them in the next round of the NBA Cup.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, and the rest of our terrific crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long and good night, everyone.
Another game, another win. Back to work tomorrow.